critic, Rick, the 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 critic. When she come into your place, yo, you best not forget it. She gon' tell you how it is, cause she's Rick the critic. When she all up in your city, yo, you best not forget it. Let you know if she like it, and if she get with it, let the whole world know and be the first to admit it. Let you know if it's good and if she dig it, cause she's Rick the critic, Rick the critic, Rick.
Hi, I'm Rick the Critic. Welcome. Listen, I've been reading Act Like a Lady, Think Like a Man with Steve Harvey. We're going to talk about that later on. But today, we're going to talk about a couple of good restaurants, a couple of bad restaurants. And generally, Mike is here with me and we get a chance to share, and hopefully today he'll kind of pop in and we'll be able to talk about some things. First thing I want to talk about for all you single women, the Serving Spoon. It's in Inglewood. Food to die for. My sister came and picked me up, took me out for an after Mother's Day, wish we had gotten together type thing, but it was great. Went by, and my God, when we walked through the door, I mean, all these men, it's just men everywhere. So number one, what that told me was that the food had to have very generous portions, and number two, the food had to be pretty good or close to home cooking because there were so many men there. There were old men, there were young men, I mean just men. So all you single women, the Serving Spoon in Inglewood, you might want to stop by there. I had the grits, salmon croquettes, and what else did I have? Grits, salmon croquette, wheat toast, and eggs. Awesome. Food was good. My sister had the ham and she had the waffle. It was great. I looked on the menu, and not only that, and you know how I am about service, you know, I'm really a big fan of service. Came through the door, they greeted us at the door, sat us down, came back, brought our water, asked if we want coffee. I mean, just great service, great service. The people were nice. The food was very good. Prices, I could say minimum, just kind of medium. They weren't high, they weren't low. It was a good price. The pricing was good. And of course, my meal was free, so I really didn't take real serious note of it. But I know my sister, so if it was really out, just really out there, she would have said something. But the food was good. Lots of men, single ladies, lots and lots of guys. I didn't see a lot of wedding rings, but I saw lots of men. Second place, oh my goodness, listen. My Aflac lady, because I had sent her some clients a couple of days ago, and also a couple of weeks ago, I've been sending her some clients. So she said to me, I'm going to take you out to lunch. And she says, have you ever been to La Serenita Garibaldi? It's downtown LA. It's close to General Hospital, the old General Hospital, and kind of right around the corner from White Memorial. It's on First Street. Food, I had the salmon enchilada with beans and rice. Oh, she had tilapia and scallops and some type of stir-fried vegetable. Now, when you pass down First Street, the place doesn't look like anything. I mean, you would actually just kind of pass by it because it's right downtown. So you would just pass it. What we did was we went through an alley. I got a little shaky for a minute because we went through an alley. It looked kind of rough. We are downtown. Went through this alley, valet parking, and the guys came, took the car, went through the back. Totally unlike anything you've ever seen. You would not expect it to look like what it looks like on the inside. I mean, you go through this back little grungy little alley, and then you walk up the stairs, go inside the place. Cute place. People greet us at the door. They have fresh juice every day. Hey, Mike, is that Mike? Yes. Oh, let me tell you, you missed it. I had salmon croquettes.
Salmon croquettes?
Salmon, no. That was at the Serving Spoon, which was really good. You're going to love that because it had very generous portions. But at the Mexican restaurant called La Serenata Garibaldi on First Street, downtown, right around the corner from White Memorial and a few blocks off of State Street from General Hospital, I had the salmon enchilada, rice, and beans to die for.
How much?
The best food. I didn't pay for it, but I'm thinking.
What do you mean you didn't pay for it?
Well, my friend took me out to
Oh,
eat.
I thought maybe you were getting a little payola here.
No. This place, the people greet. Now listen, let me tell you. When you go down the street, it's kind of frightening when you go down the alley, because if you pass down the street, it's downtown. It's on First Street, downtown by the General Hospital. So you know it's an area. But when you go around the back, you go through the alley, which is again a little frightening. But then there are the valets, and they come in. I mean, they get the car. It's like $3.50 for them to park the car, which gives you no hassle. You go up the stairs, go in the back. Once you get into the place, it's totally different from what you expect. You expect it to. It looks like it could be a dive from the outside, but the place is really cute. They've got this huge pot about this big with fresh fruit. Whatever the fruit is that they squeeze that day, that's what they squeeze, and that's what you get. Wonderful, wonderful service. People were nice. I mean, just great service, great food, and the pricing had to be great, because I don't think she's
nobody pissed you off this time?
Nobody. I was not pissed off. I went 2 places. I went to the Serving Spoon. My sister took me to the Serving Spoon, and my friend took me to this Garibaldi, La Serenata Garibaldi. Did not piss me off. The food was great at both places. Both places.
I
It
got a
was
little
unbelievable.
problem though.
Okay, which one?
How come you didn't take me?
Listen, they took me, but it's on me this time. When I go back, and whenever you want to go back, when are you not working?
How about now? I'm not. Come on, let's go right now.
Oh, listen, we can go, because
Huh?
I'm telling you.
Come on, let's go.
I'm telling you, you'd love
Get that
it.
microphone
It's
off.
great.
Let's
Look,
go.
look, look,
You
look,
don't
it's
need
great.
this.
Look, it's great.
Come on, I'm
I don't
hungry.
need-
I didn't have any lunch. Come on, let's
Listen.
go. Come on, come on. Get on up.
Do you really? Listen, we can go, Mike. I'm telling you, Mike. The food they had this. And the salmon wasn't fishy smelling. It wasn't real oily. They had this wonderful green sauce over it, and then the beans and the rice. And then they had homemade key lime pie. Now, I am not a big key lime pie person, but this key lime pie was, it was so good. And then they had the flan, and I don't remember seeing that deep fried ice cream thing that you usually see at most Mexican restaurants. I didn't see that.
But you know what they say?
What?
When you're smoking weed.
Oh, stop it! Stop it! He's so bad. Listen, listen. I'm not thinking about him. You guys, this is my listen. When Howard Stern wears a dark glasses, do you think they think he smokes weed?
He's stoned out of his
No, he's not.
gosh darn mind.
No. Howard Stern, and who else?
I'm just kidding with you.
I know, but who else wears them besides Ray Charles?
Well,
And he's gone.
the Critic wears them? I don't know.
all the time.
No.
But listen, so where have you been? What'd you eat today? Well, you didn't eat today.
Well,
but
I'll
where'd you
just
go?
tell you, I don't have a microphone, so I'm speaking a little loud. So
Yes,
I catch
please
on your
do.
microphone.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
I
come
wanted
on.
to tell you about a little extravaganza that I went on. I had a friend of mine that got married, and they had their reception at the Courtyard by Marriott here in the city of Pasadena.
Didn't you call me? You know I'm single. I know there were a lot of single men
oh,
there.
well, you know, it was barely enough room for me down there.
You and your wife went?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was beautiful. The hotel is beautiful and everything.
Where is this?
And they had it in one of their big banquet rooms. They had a band and everything.
Where?
And they served the Courtyard by Marriott. It's down there on Fair Oaks and Walnut.
Oh, I know where
Yeah,
it is.
yeah.
Okay.
And across from Parsons there.
Who got married?
A friend of mine, good friend
Okay.
of mine, Tom and Karen.
Okay.
And they had, you could choose a beef dish or a chicken dish, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, you go to those things, you know, the food is, you know, usually, you know, fair, you know, it's, you know, usually decent. It's the worst food I've ever tasted on any wedding. It was terrible. It was lukewarm at best. The portions were all topsy-turvy. The woman next to me got about 5 big pieces of beef, and I got about two little tiny. Maybe they're trying to tell me something. I don't know.
You should have switched. You should have said, "Look over there."
Oh no, we did.
did a switch.
She's a friend of mine, so she says this is not right. So she did one of these numbers.
Okay.
But I just need to tell you that
They on the suck wall.
I couldn't believe it. And you know, usually when they have these things, they bring the plates out with the the cover over it. You know, they have the dish that keeps the heat in.
Right.
Well, no, they just brought all the plates out with no covers on them. And maybe that has something to do with the food being lukewarm at best. But it was just terrible. The only thing that was good was the potatoes was good, and the appetizers were good. But the main course was terrible. And it was, and they charged them. They charged them $51 a plate. Yep.
And they paid them?
Yep.
Okay, so we want everyone to know that the courtyard is on the suck wall.
Yeah,
$51 a plate.
Now again,
for
I have to
food?
say this is my experience. Now maybe they've
Hey.
done right. Maybe they have another a
Listen, did
tier or
anybody
something.
else?
I
Did
don't
anybody
know.
else feel the same way you felt at the wedding? I mean, what about the people that had to pay? What did they say?
Everyone that I talked to said the same thing. The food was terrible, and most of the people agreed with the dessert. The dessert was some kind of chiffon thing. It tasted like chemicals. And you know me.
Chiffon what? What is
I don't
a
know.
chiffon thing? What is that?
It was a peach chiffon layered pie thing, and it was just it was terrible. But the bride liked it, so I have to give credit there. But everyone else thought it was terrible. And I'm not.
Not a
It
good
wasn't
choice
just me.
either for the
It just
wedding.
was-
That's
and I
not a
didn't
good
see.
choice.
And I didn't see this either. I didn't say, "Hey, the food was terrible." No, I just asked, "What'd you think of the food?" And everyone kind of says, oh, "Disgusting." Now, mind you, I don't expect a
$51
great
a
deal,
pop?
you know, but yeah. Anyway, I just want to hip you on that.
Listen, I would never have anything there. And now that you I mean, at $51 a plate, I'm looking for somebody to come out and dance for me. I mean, was there a show? Even after they got married, I want to see some bodies or something.
You said the magic word, dance. I think I got to dance. You mind if I
Yes,
dance?
I want to
You
see
want
you
me to
dance. Yes.
Can I put that music on?
I'm on the
Rick the
regular.
critic. Rick the critic. Rick the critic. You know what, Rick? I got to go. I just thought I'd come in and say hi.
I am so glad. I'm
thank
always
you.
so glad to see you.
Thank you for letting me invade your show.
I love
and
that. I love it. I always invade yours. I love it. I love
At
it.
any time.
I love it.
Will you be good?
Yes, I will.
And, lay off that reefer.
Get out of here. That is Mike Bingley. That is like my friend in the whole world. And we eat out all the time, and we always have these different. But now you just heard. So we're putting that one on the suck wall. The Marriott Courtyard, he said, down on Walnut. Suck wall. At $51 a plate, I cannot believe that they would even consider bringing lukewarm food and no show or any of that other stuff. So we're not gonna patronize. I don't know what happened there, and it was a wedding too. That's really something. But anyway, my hot picks this week are the La Cintura Garibaldi, Cirenata Garibaldi in LA. My other hot pick is the Serving Spoon in Inglewood. And like I said, single ladies, if you get a chance, go by, see, sit, eat. The people were just nice. The waitresses were just really nice. No sour faces. And you know how I am about those sour faces. And then you did hear Mike just say that he went to a wedding. And like I said, he said $51 a pop. That's really, really like a stab in the chest. At $51, I think I would have raised a little sand. But anyway, that's the Marriott Courtyard. You guys might want to think about it if you're going to get married this year or next year or whatever. You might want to have a sample of what it is that they're serving, and you might want to ask some questions like you saw it on Rick the Critic that Mike gave he critiqued it and he wasn't very happy with it. I myself, I find those kind of places, I really don't patronize a lot of them. Not without, when we're doing weddings, I try to do my own personal caterers, that kind of thing. All right, the juice lady, oh gosh, let me tell you, find a juice lady. Got some juice. I'm trying to get things together, toxins in the body, weight loss, all this other thing. I think I talked about 24-hour fitness last month. I'm not sure. They've not called me back or anything, and I'm not happy with 24-hour fitness for the simple reason that 24 hours their facilities are not available to me. At 12 o'clock midnight, the water things go off, and the only thing that's available to me is the treadmill and the other little workout things upstairs. I think that's weightlifting and that type of thing. And as you can see, I don't lift any weights, so I don't go upstairs, but there are guys upstairs. Downstairs, there's a few people. I try to get in like 2 in the morning because that's a good time for me because I'm usually up around 4. So 12 o'clock, cutting off the swimming pool, the jacuzzi, the dry sauna, the wet sauna is a real no-no for me. I spoke to T. Mahone, the assistant salesperson over there, a couple of months ago. He said the time was going to change. As of today, it still hasn't changed any. They still are cutting off the water things at midnight, which doesn't work for me at all. So, what is the point of 24-hour fitness? Somehow I missed that. So I'm not happy. I'm not happy about that, and I'm hoping. He said that they would take it to 2 o'clock a little later, and if they do that, then maybe I can squeeze in at midnight and come and do some water things. I really enjoy the sauna. I enjoy the sauna and I enjoy the jacuzzi, and I like that little sweat thing, and then I can get on the treadmill and do those other things, and I really like that, but those things are not available. So I have paid for a program that's really not working for me, so I'm not happy about that at all. Now, I had another suck wall person too. Oh, the Altadena Library. The Altadena Library is like my favorite place in the whole world, and I hope everyone else in the community of Altadena. My problem with the Altadena Library is that they are always losing my things. I mean, when I come in, I get stacks of magazines, I get movies, because my grandkids come by on the weekend, and so we do a movie weekend marathon type thing, and then we go out for air and we come back and we have a great time. But anyway, so when I come back with all these stacks of movies and all these, at first I used to put them in the slots outside. Put them in the slots outside. Then I get this call later on, you owe $35, you owe $56, because it's like, what? So I come down and, we haven't found the magazines, we haven't found this or that. Or, what do you need me to do? Do you need me to help you look for them? No, whatever. So then they eventually find them, and they never call and say, Winetta, we found them, thanks a lot. Sorry for the inconvenience. So the last time, which was last month, I turned in some movies, brought them up to the desk, checked them in, and when I checked the movies in, I get this letter in the mail the following week saying to me that I did not return a movie. I clearly knew that I had returned the movie. So what I did was I stopped what I was doing, came down to the Altadena Library. When I got to the Altadena Library, I asked the young man at the front, I said, you said that he says, well, the movie's not here. So I stopped, went over and looked through every movie in there to find the movie. The movie's not there. So then I asked him, did you look in the back on the trays where the movies are to see it? Oh, okay, I'll do that. So he went back for a little while. He comes back out to the counter and he says, no, the movies are not there. So in my mind, I think, okay, Rick, you don't see that well, so go back. So I do this a second time. Now, mind you, I'm in the Altadena Library for an hour and a half looking for this movie. So as I get ready to leave, he says to me, well, Rick, if you want to, if you just want to look at the tray, just look at the tray of the movies turned in, just for your own comfort, then I'll bring them out. I said, well, hey, I've been here over an hour, so, that would satisfy me. So what the heck is the first thing that I pick up when I'm going through the movies? My movie. So I look at the guy and I say, this is the movie that, and he says to me, oh, I'm really sorry about that. At that moment, over an hour and a half of looking for something that was right there it was not settling well with me. So what I did was, when I got movies again and turned the movies in, I sent my granddaughter, and I told him, have him sign that everything is returned. Do you know that he really, really felt, I mean, like it was an insult for me to ask him to sign that everything had been returned? So I want to hear from you guys. I want to know if you guys are having this same trouble. I can't believe that I'm the only one. I mean, and they've done this to me not once, not twice, but maybe 3 times. I mean, I've bought my magazines in and all the magazines haven't been returned, or the book is not returned, or the movie's not returned, and then they eventually find it. So I need to hear from you guys, because there's got to be a way. I support the Altadena Library, the Friends of the Altadena Library. I support them, and I also support the library by using it. I love the Altadena Library. I love Altadena Library because it's just the resource librarians and reference librarians there are just excellent. Heather, I mean, if you need to know something, Susan is there, Lorraine is there. They are just excellent with finding things for you that you need. So I use it all the time, but I'm just a little vexed about them being so lax about when you put your things in the box, in the audio box, or you put your things in the book return, that they never get those things right. So I've come up with some type of insurance plan, and we're going to talk about that maybe at another time, but we're going to have to work something out with them. And I need to hear from you guys. I need to know if this is happening just to you, because it's always happening to me. 3 times to me is always. That's a lot. So, and when they give you a bill like $35, because if you don't turn the movies in for each day that you don't turn them in, it's $2.50. So that could be quite a bill. Write the station, let me know if you've had this problem, and let's put our heads together and see if we can come up with some kind of way to resolve it, because I love the Altadena Library, and I don't want to speak ill of it or bad, but I do know that that is an inconvenience. Anytime I take over an hour, 2 hours out of my time to go and look for something that's already there, I really have a problem with that. So call me, write me, let me know what's going on. Also, before we close, because we're going to be winding down, there is a Green Business Conference forum. It's a forum for to launch substantial businesses. It's a green thing, and it's with the brother Van Jones. Oh my goodness, he is just such a handsome guy. But anyway, they're doing a green business conference in San Francisco, November the 11th and 12th. So anything, if you're thinking of launching any type of businesses and it has to do with any kind of green, make sure that you call down there and let's see, they have a number here. Yeah, 202-872-5330. Yeah, you can call them and you can find out exactly, because it's just whatever that conference is going to be about. I'm sure, like I said, there are a lot of new businesses launching. You know, we're trying to stay a green planet, and we're doing everything. It's even with our automobiles and on all our other stuff, we're really trying to help the planet. So call if you get a chance, and San Francisco's not far, and I know I'm going to be there, so maybe I'll get a chance to see you there. That's going on. And later on this week, we're going to talk about some books I've been reading. They're doing some things, also some green things. You know, I'm a big fan of Mother Earth, so let's be very careful. I had some, I've been eating a lot of salmon, and as I was doing some reading, they said to me that with the skin on it, it's a lot better for you. So when you get the salmon, you know, the skin, the oily part of the skin, the omega acid or the omega fatty part of it is supposed to be very, very good for you. So keep that in mind. Always be safe. And I know we're winding down with time. Don't forget La Serenata Garibaldi, the restaurant, First Street, downtown. Hey, great place. Serving Spoon, another great place. The Marriott Courtyard, suck wall. Mike didn't like it. I didn't get a chance to try it, but I'm pretty sure, I mean, Mike and I pretty much like the same thing, so we can say that's pretty much suck wall. Green Conference, don't forget, November the 11th and the 12th, Green Business Conference in San Francisco. Phone number 202-872-5330. Try to get there if you're trying to launch any kind of business, anything dealing with green. Sounds like a really good place to be. And I'm pretty sure that the people there will be some nice networking people, you know, people to network with, and they're green conscious and you're green conscious. So let's try to do something to keep our planet safe. Listen, are we out of time? No, we still got a few minutes. Call me. We've talked about the library. Please call me about the library. Please call the station, leave some messages, and let me know about the library. We got to figure out how we're going to, what we can do to resolve that particular situation. I love the Altadena Library. I love it. I love the people there. I miss Michelle. But Debbie's there and Melanie's there and the others are there, Lorene and Heather and the others, and they're real helpful, and I like it. I really like it. So if you guys are having the same problem that I'm having, please call me and let me know. Last but not least, I want to talk about the place on Woodbury, the Eagle. I don't know what that is. It's the Eagles Club or whatever. They have the flea market every third Saturday. They have a lot of stuff going on over there. And I saw some things that were kind of old there. So on your third Saturday, you have nothing to do, stop by there, support. I'm usually there doing something, looking around or having some fun or doing something, but stop by and support. As always, the crew you guys have been, my crew's always fabulous. Lilia, Larry, Jackie's on today, and see Deborah's niece, and I can't think of her name, but she's on today too, and that's just great, and I love you guys, and I'm hoping that you guys have a great weekend, and stop by the Serving Spoon, all you single women. They got single men there, and good-looking men too, okay? I'm Rick the Critic. I've had a good time with you. Call me, talk with you later. Hey, good night.
Yeah. She's Rick the Critic, 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 Rick the Critic. When she come into your place, yo, you best not forget it. She gon' tell you how it is, cause she's Rick the Critic. When she all up in your city, yo, you best not forget it. Let you know if she like it, and if she get with it, let the whole world know and be the first to admit it. Let you know if it's good and if she dig it, cause she's Rick the Critic, Rick the Critic, Rick the Critic, Rick the Critic. She the first to admit it if she can't dig it, cause she's Rick the Critic, Rick